Welcome to the stock market game. This year, your team is going to be given $100,000 to compete in the stock market game. Your team will need to agree on what stocks to buy, how many stocks to buy, and when to buy and sell them. So at the end of this, you will know what a stock is and how to look up their prices and figure how much it is going to cost you. This will be our home page for the stock market game. Later on, you'll be given a login and a password for your purchases. First, let's talk about what a stock is. When you purchase a stock, you are actually purchasing part of that company. You will make money if the stock price goes up. You will lose money, unfortunately, if the stock price goes down. You can only buy stocks in companies that are publicly traded. Let's think about chocolate. Who doesn't like chocolate? Two companies that you often think about are Mars, which makes the Snickers bar and the M&Ms and the Twix, and Hershey, which I think here in Hanover we're all very familiar with the Hershey company. Mars is a privately held company, so you will not be able to purchase stocks of Mars. However, Hershey is public, so we can buy Hershey. So let's take a look at that. The first thing you need to know is your symbol. I am using Yahoo Finance. There are certainly other ones you can use. I just think this one is a very easy, friendly site. I happen to know that Hershey is HSY, but if I just start typing in Hershey, you see that the Hershey company comes up, and I can click on it. The first thing you see is today's stock price, $71.36. Right next to that, you see that this is down. And here is a chart for how it did today. So at about noon, it was at its highest price. Something else I like about this site is you can check very easily down below. This shows you 1 day, 5 days, a month, 3 months, all the way up to 5 years. Let's look at see how it's performed over 1 year. And now you can see that at the beginning of the year the stock price was down, but Hershey has done well with a few blips, and it has certainly finished much higher than it was a year ago. Later on we'll talk about what a lot of these things are over here, because you're going to want to research the companies that you are investing in to decide whether it is a good investment. Now let's talk about how much this stock is going to cost you. You see here that it costs $71.36. If I bring up my calculator and I punch in $71.36, in the stock market game you must buy at least 100 stocks. You can buy more than that, but you have to buy at least 100. So let's multiply that times 100, and we see that this stock is initially going to cost us $7,136. But that's not the end of it. We have to pay the broker to make this trade. So in the stock market game, we have to pay 2%. So that means we need to take this and now multiply it by 1.02. Now, why did I do it times 1.02? If I do it times 0.02, that's only going to tell us how much we're paying the broker. We want to know what the cost is total. So I say equal, and now you see that's going to cost us nearly $7,279. So you would need to keep track of this, because the stock market game, if you run out of your $100,000, you're not going to be able to make any more trades. All right, so let's review. What is a stock? A stock is when you own part of the company. You can only buy stock for companies that are publicly traded. You cannot buy them for privately. For example, Mars is private, Hershey is public. In the stock market game, you must be able to buy at least 100 stocks, and you're going to pay the broker 2%. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time when we learn how to play the stock market game.